Hey y'all, welcome to Heritage Ways. Welcome to a new week in Project 54. Can you believe it? So many of y'all have been following along with every video, and we're at number 31 in Project 54. Get my numbers all mixed up. Well, today, or this week, is more unusual recipes. Now, we did some recipes last week that I called them unusual. Today's recipe may be new to you, or you may make it all the time. I had heard of it, I'd seen it in different places, but until I was not ordered, but advised by my natural health doctor here in Ohio to consume this as much as possible. She said at least 3 times a week if I can do that. I didn't have it in my life on a regular basis. And to be honest with you, I still don't have it in my life on a regular basis because I'm a tired mama and I don't always do things for myself, and I know you're probably the same way. We don't take care of ourselves. But let me encourage you to do that because honestly, seriously, I mean, this video is going to be in real time today, and it's going to show you how quick it is to make this one item so that you can take care of yourself, to sleep better. It helps with inflammation. I'll talk about that all here in a minute. Well, let's get started with golden milk, Project 54, episode 31. I can't believe we're over halfway done. Whoop, whoop. And let's get going to my Heritage House stove. And welcome to Heritage Ways. HeritageWays.com and YouTube and Pinterest and Journal newspaper are where we honor home, celebrate heritage, and spread hope. Well, I want to share these beautiful red zinnias with y'all in this vintage Goodwill. I got it at Goodwill years ago. Vase. It's a Weller is the name of it. I thought it was McCoy, but it's Weller. But look at those beautiful red zinnias. And thanks to Terry and Tanya in Iowa for giving me the seeds. Part of taking care of ourselves, whether we're male or female, is bringing in beauty in our home too. I believe in that. And this is so pretty. Well, today it is golden milk. This is not a difficult recipe. I'm going to talk about the basic components, and then I'm going to heat this up on the stove, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to talk about some other things that you can add, a lot of other things. So you might try adding 1 or 2 at a time as you're learning to develop your own recipe. Almond milk. Almonds are full of magnesium, and magnesium helps you to sleep. That's the primary thing. Actually, I want to say it helps you to calm down so you can sleep. Let me put it that way. It relaxes the muscles. If you've ever taken an Epsom salt bath or bath salts that are made out of Epsom salts, that's magnesium. That is magnesium. Epsom salts are magnesium, and you're going to relax better your muscles, like you would take an Epsom salt bath to relax your muscles, and it also helps you sleep better. Let me also add, before I forget, magnesium helps your bowels to move a little better. So I just want to point out, for example, this magnesium drink. I have told y'all about this in multiple videos in our last farmhouse. I think 3 or 4 videos I told you about this product called Calm Magnesium Supplement, and the only reason I'm bringing it up right now, we're not putting it in the milk, but I just want to point out that this is a product, magnesium, you work up to it because you don't just go full force because you'll be in pain in a few hours, and it's not lovely. So and I'm talking bowel pain. So this is really good to loosen the bowels because it has magnesium. And the same thing about soaking in magnesium baths. For a while I had some muscle soreness, and I soaked for several nights in 1 week. Well, I learned for the same reason that has that effect as well. So magnesium does have a, I don't want to say a laxative effect, maybe a loosening effect. So almonds contain magnesium. So it is good to, for relaxing the muscles, the mind, and then helping you sleep at night. So this is recommended that you would drink this before bed. As a side note, we are not affiliates of Amazon but anymore, and I used to refer people there, but if I can, we are affiliates of for other companies. If I can find this on an affiliate link that we already are associated with, I will link it down below so you can find it easily. Alright, so that was 3/4 cups of almond milk. Now, I'm going to call it a teaspoon of MCT oil. Now, let's talk about that. I don't use any particular brand. Again, if I can find some kind of a link so it's easy for you to click on, that we may be affiliated with, then I will do so, and you'll find that down below in the comments as well. This is great for the same thing as multiple things, multiple. You would just have to research. But let's just touch on one or two. Again, I talked to a friend just the other night, and they put this in their daughter's raw milk to help with so many, to keep her regular, is what they said. But the raw milk is helpful, and the MCT is helpful. MCT is a coconut oil, a medium chain triglyceride. It is a liquid. It does not solidify. Well, it says on here, quickly digested and converted into energy for your brain and body, helps you feel full, and so forth. So it tells about this particular brand. This is great for skin, for nails, for brain health. It's just, it's a good fat, so it's super, super healthy for you. Now, I'll tell you another reason why we're using the MCT oil. And I talked about this in, I think it was my fermented ketchup video, but I'm not sure. Whenever you're using turmeric, which is what we're about to use, you also want to have a good healthy fat and black pepper, just a dash. So we're going to go ahead and put a dash of black pepper. And now this golden milk is, can be more bland than not. I shouldn't use the word bland, but I don't know another word. I like it more spicy, if you will. So the pepper is the least of my worries in the other things that I'm going to add to mine. Okay, turmeric is what makes it golden milk. You want 3/4 teaspoon. Now this makes 1 serving. You can multiply it. You want 3/4 teaspoon of turmeric. 3/4. Okay. Now, this is anti-inflammatory, super duper whooper anti-inflammatory, and we all need it. I especially need it. Alright, and then cinnamon. Now, I'm going to put 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm going to tell you something here in a minute about adding the cinnamon as well when we get to the stove. My great-grandfather's trees are tapped by my Amish friends an hour away off the farm that, well, still is in the family, but it used to be my great-grandfather's. And I'm going to put about a tablespoon of maple syrup. Now, I don't have to have it sweet. I'd be fine if it didn't have any sweetener. But about a tablespoon, and I think I'm almost out, eh? Turning it on right above low. I do want it to warm. I want to get the milk warm, the almond milk warm. Now, I've got this little whisk from Pampered Chef. And then I have this little frother here that I like to use. And I'll tell you, I used this last night and it made way too much froth. So I'm probably just going to go with this whisk today. The only reason you would want one of these is you want to get that oil incorporated, unless, you know, oil floating on top of your milk doesn't bother you, but it's kind of disturbing to me. So anyway, you want to get it incorporated. So I'll probably go in with this froth, or just not as much as I did last night. While this is heating up, let me just tell you, and this takes, I don't know, not even 1 minute, 2 minutes. All right, so you can add other things. Now, I am going to add, these are all optional. This right here is your basic. You could also use honey instead of maple syrup if you wanted to, trying to keep it natural. I'm going to add a pinch of cayenne. This just adds a pinch of heat, and you know, that's really good. I'm about out. That's really good for my heart, actually. Cayenne's good for your heart. Circulation, it's good for your circulation. Now, I want to tell you, you will see it's already warm, so I'm just going to turn it down. It took, I don't know, a minute. You also could use, if you wanted to. Now, I'm not interested in debating this with anybody. That's not necessary. But companies, this company, our favorite essential oil company, makes an ingestible line of essential oils. You could use the essential oils in your milk to keep from having the powder, you know, the spices, because, you know, you are going to feel and taste those in your mouth. So you could use, you know, a nutmeg essential oil, only 1 drop, I would suggest, a cinnamon, an allspice, a black pepper, all those things that I do have here. But you don't have to. That's just an idea to tell you that you can do that. Also, you could add a star anise. This is a delightful, that's partial, licorice. It smells so delightful. Licorice flavor, tasting. Delightful. Star anise, nutmeg, a little dash of that, or a drop of essential oil. Cardamom, one of my very favorites, and this is an ingredient found in chai tea. So I'm going to put a pinch of that, a big pinch of that. Allspice, I love that too. And then there's ginger. It's not labeled, but ginger, and I love that too. And I'm going to put a big pinch of that. And that is it. You saw that it's heated. Let me make sure while I go grab my mug here. All right, how do you like that? I'm going to put it in our Heritage Ways mug. I am going to go in for just a second here and froth it just to make sure that oil is mixed. Okay, you can see the bubbles coming around, and I am going to give it 1 good froth. I'm not going to do it like I did last night. Law mercy, I had about 1 inch or 2 of froth. It was not pleasant, I'm just saying. You can mix this with chamomile tea. I mean, the possibilities, y'all. This makes about a half of a Heritage Ways mug full. So, but it's enough to satisfy you at night, to give you something warm to drink even in the summer, and it will relax your muscles, relax your mind, help with anti-inflammatory. It's just a delightful drink, golden milk. So it's really good. I hope you enjoyed the video and got a couple of new tips or tricks or reminders about what's important for our health. Ladies, we don't take care of our health like we should. Gentlemen, please help us. Gently encourage us like my Mr. Patient does for me. I will see you tomorrow. We will have a couple of other healthy recipes this week, and then we'll have a couple of unhealthy, which, you know, they're always fun too. They may or may not have been new ideas for you. What I think is unusual, you may not, and vice versa. I've said that before. Now, today's recipe is something... Oh my goodness, no lighting technician. How am I supposed to get the... I want to do it right, but what's the deal with the lights? Don't know what I'm doing. Okay, if that makes a difference, there's no shadow. Okay, what was I saying? Okay. I need water. Okay. And what was I saying? Today's recipe is something that, why do I always use the camera as a mirror? And why? What is that? That bothers me. It might not bother anybody else, but it bothers me. Okay, let's go again, Katie. Today's recipe may be new to you, or you may make it all the time. I have heard of it in the past. Why does my shirt look orange in the picture? Let's talk about shadows. Oh, see, the camera's making a shadow. I need a full-time team that'll work for free. Alright, let's see if that'll work. I hope so. I don't even know. It's gonna work. They'll get the recipe either way. Although this only takes like 1 minute, I hope you enjoyed the video and